Pacific Textiles is one of the world's largest fabric mills. We're the company that is behind some of the largest brands. And on an annual basis, we produce fabric that goes into well over 1 billion garments. SAP is our core system. It's mission critical and runs everything in our company. We use it for sales order entry, production planning, material procurement, and everything else. We use SAP on a daily basis. If it goes down, production stops for us immediately. We had a very strong partnership with SAP from the beginning. They were committed to making us a reference customer, and we were committed to working with SAP in all ways possible. So from the beginning, we started working with them with their consulting team. They helped us through our implementation. After we went live, we implemented many of their best practices, and of course, we're happy to be a reference for them. So when we first implemented SAP, they told us to implement the mill products industry solution, which is traditionally used for paper products, steel, and of course they said, oh, textile should just go right into that. Obviously, textiles didn't fit quite well into that, and so we required an extensive amount of customizations. Standard support with SAP is submitting a ticket, waiting for SAP to get around to processing your ticket, and then going back and forth endlessly, waiting for a response. How we resolved many of our problems was actually spending more money for SAP professional services, and then we would get much faster responses. The journey to third-party support really started 4 years before we actually signed with Rimini Street. And that was because we started getting frustrated with how little we were getting from SAP in terms of support. With support, typically you get new product updates. Then, of course, ticket support. What we noticed that started happening was we started getting fewer and fewer product updates as our products were no longer strategic to SAP because they were focused on the cloud instead. We looked at Rimini Street, and we also looked at a number of Rimini Street's competitors. We quickly discounted Rimini Street's competitors because they don't have the same size, scale, and capabilities across the world. In particular, they couldn't provide us with the language support that we needed. So since moving to Rimini Street, people have asked me sometimes, what's changed? And my answer typically is nothing. Core systems are still up and running. But what has changed is that we get better support, much faster response time, and my board of directors sees that spending in IT has gone down. We signed a 5-year deal with Rimini Street, primarily because we see Rimini Street as a strategic partner. We don't do transactions with strategic partners. We work on long-term partnerships. With the money that we've saved by moving to Rimini Street, we're now able to work on some strategic projects that we've been wanting to do for years. In manufacturing, we always do data collection because we need to know statistics for machines, how they're performing, and we've been doing this data collection for years and doing data analysis. However, we really wanted to move to the new data lake architecture, and we haven't been able to do this yet, but now we have started doing that. Any executives that are considering Rimini Street need only to look at the news and see that competition for businesses is increasing. Margins are under pressure. Profitability is falling. And so you, as executives, have responsibility to your business to increase that profitability, cut costs. Rimini Street is one of the easiest ways to do that.